You know?
Yeah. Dude, let's get a fucking polka band going. Us white guys having a solid
That was pretty good.
Welcome back. Right?
Welcome. Episode 46.
46. I keep losing track, dude.
Yeah, that's because we went from recording once a week to recording like 3 in 1 week.
3 in 1 night sometimes.
Yeah, it gets wild out here. It's unpasteurized. Unfortunately, the milk is pasteurized. But,
Unfortunately, it is.
It'll be good. We're here with Kyle Huber. Kyle,
Hello, guys. Thanks for having me on here. I'm a big milk drinker myself. I've worked at dairy before.
What you didn't see is I was pouring up some drinks for the cast. Just a glass of milk each. And I go and put the milk in the fridge and I turn around and Kyle's glass is already pretty much done. He's like, well, I'm a milk drinker. None of us are milk drinkers on the podcast.
Oh, really? You guys
I
are
drink
doing
I drink a gallon or two at home.
Oh, okay.
I just don't do
So
it
I
here.
guess it was Taylor that's not a big milk
It's
drinker.
you two. It's you and Taylor.
Which is weird because when I told Taylor that I drink like almond and oat milk, he like had a huge. He's like, no, what the fuck? It's like you don't even drink milk. What do you care?
killing dairy farmers.
Yeah, exactly.
killing dairy
exactly.
farmers. Fucking nut juice.
Nut juice. Yeah, Taylor knows all about nut juice. Speaking of nut juice and Taylor, Taylor can't be here today, obviously.
He was held up at customs. His bandana was too stiff.
Yeah, they
Nut juice.
They allow you to do bandanas and carry-on, but what he was doing was, I mean, it was towing a line, really. You know, when they
Yeah.
open that bag, it's like, you can technically have these with you, but what is this, sir?
Yeah,
You
He
know?
got on a plane?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
gotta be
Well, not now he didn't.
Gotta be
No.
Spirit
He was
Airlines.
trying to get on a plane.
He was trying.
He was
He
attempting
didn't
to get
actually
on
get
the
on the plane.
I don't got plane money right now.
Yeah.
I don't. He didn't either. That's why the bandana was wrapped around a gun. And so Taylor will be on the. You'll see him at the nearest Greyhound station, perhaps.
Catching a
Also,
Greyhound.
unpasteurized, brought to you by the one and only Extreme Wheels, Council Bluffs.
Yeah.
Old Tony Salvo. We tend to do the worst Italian impression we can.
Yeah.
Right here.
You want to give a promotion for Extreme Wheels? It's a bike shop, and it's owned by a guy named Tony Salvo.
I've
Give us
met
a-
Tony. He's the
Yeah,
harmonica
he's the harmonica
man.
man. He knows Tony.
Quick
Yeah,
draw.
give a little promo. Say a little something about him that's not true.
It's a bicycle shop?
Yeah, bike.
It's,
It's a sickle
okay.
shop.
Okay.
Sickle cell anemia shop.
Extreme Wheels. Fucking come here, we'll whack you. I don't know. It's just that was awful.
Hell yeah.
That's one
It's
they
a lot
do.
better than some.
We've had to delete some.
We've
of
had
our
to delete
promotions.
some of the stuff that we've gotten into.
We've
We have
had to
two in
pa-
character.
We've had to pause and go. You know what? This is really bad for Tony's business.
This
Let's
is
not
not
put
good.
this
This is
out.
really gonna be not helpful.
Let's not put this out.
Yeah,
People just call him a wop and stuff.
oh, way worse, way worse than that. I've called him a wop to his face. He don't care. But if it's worse than that, you can only imagine. It was anyway. Tony's Bike Shop, Extreme Wheels, great stuff. Mention
Check
the
'em
pod,
out.
you get 10% off. If we sell one bike, I'll shit myself.
Yeah. If Tony comes back to us and says that somebody from the podcast came in and bought a bike, we will suck Tony off live on the podcast.
Well, the gay guy will.
And by we, I mean Taylor when he gets back.
Yeah, nobody knows bikes like guineas, so
Yeah.
go
That's-
grab yourself
That's true.
one.
You got hair in your bike chain. Hair in your bike chain will fix it.
Going down to Tony. No scooters.
No scooters.
No fucking
You
scooters.
take a swim in the grease pit for an extra $5.55.
Yep. Yeah, it's an upcharge if you want to donate to the Grease Fund. Ask him about that at the counter. He'll know what you're talking about.
They just installed a ladder so you won't have to scale the wall anymore to get out.
I will say the ladder is very greasy, though. I gave it a shot the other day. Yeah, that ladder's not doing much for your escapability.
Well, I don't got any Italian buddies up where I live. There's hardly any Italians around.
Yeah, there wouldn't be any
Sometimes.
Italians in the Great White North.
Nope, not up there, man. Just Germans, Norwegians, and natives, and that's about it.
That's
What's
fine.
your favorite?
Yeah, which one do you like the most?
I'm German, so...
Are you really German?
German from Russia, yeah, that's the only heritage I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would have guessed like Czech.
Nope. German's from Russia, that's it. So-
Germans from Russia.
Correct. Yeah.
So
They
you're
took,
Russian.
they took the long way around.
No, they're German.
Then they moved to Russia,
Yeah.
and then moved.
It would be like modern day Ukraine, like the Odessa region. That
Okay.
stuff. So like in the 15 and 1600s.
Oh, so they went before all the recent
All the ruckus.
all the ruckus, the recent ruckus, you might say.
No, that's when they started immigrating over to
Oh.
Russia from Germany, and then when World War One was starting up, they immigrated to Brazil and the middle of North America. I was lucky enough to be descended from the ones that went to North Dakota as opposed to
As to
Brazil.
opposed to Brazil.
Yeah.
You went with the smart ones, I guess.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, Portuguese is a real interesting language. It's too chewy for me. It's like if Spanish had gum in it, you know? It's-
I can't wrap my head around any kind of foreign language. Either any kind of bilingual or even a conversational outside of English.
Yeah, I can do
Well,
Spanish.
you do
I'm
Spanish.
not, I'm not fluent in Spanish, but I took like 6 years of it, you know? So,
I took it in school too. I was always awful at it, and
Oh no, Reese, he code switches like a motherfucker. He changes back and forth. It's wild to see.
I was talking to a guy at Ace yesterday, and yeah, Lucas caught me code switching a little bit. I didn't even notice it. You know, I walk up, a black dude's there. I'm buying stuff to seal my bathtub to the wall, and I don't even remember it, but I was just like, you know, what's up, brother man? You know, I thought I was being
What's that, brother man?
You're totally allowed at Tony's Bike Shop. Dude.
I think I said something like "What up, twin" or something like that.
Jeez.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
He
that's
did. He said
bad.
twin. He said twin. What's up, twin?
I did a slide
Whoa.
dap. I was like, dude.
Is that even up to date? I can't keep up to date with like phrase of the day or anything.
No, I don't know.
It's
It's
pretty up to date for a white guy, I'll tell you that.
You know,
I'm way behind. I probably would have called him Superfly or something like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
G-Eazy.
Eric
Yeah.
Church.
Yeah, you know, no one says sick anymore. I got called out for that the other day.
I say that.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I was sick, man. I was the coolest. And people are like, sick? What are you, fucking 30? It's like,
That'd be
Yeah.
about accurate.
It's
Yeah.
like, yeah,
I'm
man,
30. I use sick.
yeah, I say sick all the time.
That was the hardest level on
I
Tony
still say
Hawk.
rad.
Yeah, I say rad. I say
Yeah.
groovy.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even alive in that time.
Yeah, groovy's
I don't
one
say
that I don't
groovy.
really hit
I
too
know.
much.
I hit groovy. I used to hit one. I did for a long time, and then I stopped because I realized it was a black guy in the '70s thing was solid. I used to say solid a lot.
Really? I say
Yeah.
solid a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe I do. I don't know. Every time you point out something I say a lot, I stop saying it.
yeah.
So.
That's true. Well, that's how, I mean, I would do that to I would do that to Zach. That's how he got the name Dude Actually. Because he was saying it all the time. He'd be like, dude, actually, you know, it's like fucking, and I pointed out that he says that all the time. He's like, what,
Zach-
do I really?
Zach Rars.
Yeah, yeah.
So last time I was in town, Zach gave me a McRib. Not a euphemism. He gave me a McRib from McDonald's, and I had some of the worst diarrhea I ever had, man.
Yeah, I'm not
It's like-
surprised. I'm not shocked.
Shout out to
That's-
both the McRib and the McRars, dude.
That's how you always know war's coming. The McRib always comes back right before we get into some kind of major military conflict.
Yeah, really.
I was
Oh,
down
wow.
last time I was down here. I was down here for like 3 days. I saw Zach all 3 days, and I saw him have like Little Caesars, McDonald's, Long John Silver's.
He's a connoisseur of the arts. He's really cleaned
Yeah,
himself up.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I
Yeah,
heard
he
he's,
doesn't-
heard he's doing well for himself.
One of the
yeah.
things he immediately did was swear off fast food, and I'm telling you, within like a week,
He
like
looks
you saw like
different.
color, yeah, you saw like color entering his face. Yeah, he did. He looked very different. And I asked him, I was like, "You been like, you know, like you still doing like Ozempic? Or are you doing like working out?" He's like, "No, I just, you know, I don't eat fast food, and I stopped eating like a bunch of candy every night."
Oh, well, yeah.
yeah, like, that'll fuck
yeah,
you
brother.
to it, man.
Hell yeah.
Can't believe you feel better.
Yeah.
You feel great. That's some wild stuff, man.
Yeah,
Good for
it-
Zach, man.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
glad, yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Oh,
happy
you'll
for
see.
him.
You'll see him tonight at the show.
You will
I'll
actually.
show you later.
You'll see him.
He's working the door for me. So.
You'll see him here at the studio. He's gonna come over round 3. Yeah, I told him get over here when we're done with the cast, and then we'll rendezvous, drive down together. It's like, oh, it's Lucas's birthday, so I'm not letting him drive.
That's cool.
Oh, which also, yeah, shout out. I mean, by the time anyone else is seeing this, it's not gonna be Lucas's birthday, but at the time that I'm saying this, happy birthday, Lucas, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude.
What is it for you today?
32.
You're 32. I
It's a hard
thought it was
32.
36 or
Hard
something.
32. Hard 32, dude. I realized the other day.
I thought you were younger than me for some reason.
Why?
Because when did you start doing stand-up?
Actually, I just hit my 3-year stand-up birthday.
Okay.
In March.
So you're just younger than me in comedy years.
Yeah,
That's probably
younger
why I
in
just
comedy.
assumed it. Is Reese, you got to be younger than me, right?
Yeah, I'm 29.
Oh, only a year younger than me. All
Okay.
right.
Yeah, and my year and a half is coming up for comedy. It was
Late bloomers. You guys are a couple of late bloomers.
yeah, I was 28, and it was fall.
Well, I only count from when I started doing it consistently. I mean, my very first open mic, I think, was 6 years ago.
Oh, okay.
But I did like one, and then I waited like 6 months, and then I did another one, and then it was like another year before I started doing it like real consistent every week.
Yeah, I started when I was 21, and I haven't gone a full month without at least doing a 5-minute set somewhere.
Yeah,
So
I get
and,
that.
and I was able to even keep that going
We got
Dur-
Keith.
for the most part during COVID. I think like April and May in COVID was like we actually didn't have any open mics. I can't remember now because it's been 6 years at this point.
Yeah,
But I think there's 2 months there where I actually couldn't get on stage.
couldn't actually.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I've definitely taken like a month off or more. You get into it. It sucks because for me in the beginning, like I was new to every room and I didn't realize this phenomenon where like I'm doing comedy in a small town. Well, I mean Omaha's not that small, but it's a small city.
Small market, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a
and-
small market for that stuff.
And everybody there knew each other, and that's not something I was like aware of going in, that it was like a community, you know. And so I'm like very obviously new. I was well received, you know. And then you start floating around, you do the same jokes in front of people or small rooms, and you bomb, and it like completely takes the wind out of your sails in the beginning. You know, you bomb once, and you're like, well, fuck, I guess I just suck at this, you know.
Yeah.
I thought I was good, but I guess I suck, you know. And then so I'd like take a month off and be like, I get made, this just isn't for me, you know. And then I'd go into a different room or a different city, and it was like great, you know. I was like, well, fuck, you know. It's just like I don't know. You get this weird like battle with yourself. Like, am I good with it? Like, am I right with this? Am I good at this? You
Yeah,
know?
especially when you're new. So like I'm 9 years in, and there's some audiences that just don't like you.
Yeah.
You know, like last winter, like I have a 20-minute set that I've taken around like quite a bit at this point, and there's nights where it kills, but like rare is the night where it just doesn't get anything. You know, like this set usually does at least okay. Like gets over, and I did it in St. Cloud, and I got like one hearty laugh out of these people in my 20 minutes. They just stared at me, and they were stiff for the other two comics too, but they just hated my fucking guts. And it was a full room, like 80 people, and it's a good room. It's well ran. For whatever reason, they just were not into me that night. And the following night, I was in Millbank, South Dakota. Shady Beach is the name of that venue. It's a really good comedy room, but like same setting, 70 people packed in this room, good setup, and I didn't even do my full 20 minutes. I probably did 13 of my actual material because they were just laughing so much. So it's just back-to-back nights, same set, and completely different
Completely
results.
different
Yeah,
things.
you know, it's just sometimes it's not your night, you know, it's not your fault. Just
And I mean, I've even had. There's sometimes in town where you can get lucky and you can bust out 2 sets in a night here. And I've done the same set, same night, 2 different rooms. One did great and one got not a thing was different about them either.
Yeah.
Just except for the room. So it's just
because we're at a level in comedy where our audience is people coming out for a comedy night.
coming
Like
out
they
for
aren't
somebody specific.
they aren't buying tickets with like our name on it and stuff.
Yes.
They're just coming out for a comedy night, so you don't know if you're gonna land or not.
Yeah,
you know, and
exactly. They're not really coming for you. They're all new people.
Yeah, and if we're a little bit dirtier, you kind of try to let them know in advance. But in my opinion, a comedy show, the content as far as like cursing and stuff, you should only have to advertise like if it's a clean show. I think if it's not advertised as a clean show, you should assume it's adult content.
I
that's
agree.
my opinion.
That's how I feel about it. Because shortly after I started doing comedy, my grandma heard about it. Very religious church lady, heavy, and it plays piano for mass every weekend. And she talked to me about it, and she goes, "Well, now what kind of comedy do you do?" And I said, "Grandma, I'm gonna be straight up with you. You wouldn't like it. You would like maybe 25% of the jokes I tell. But if it makes you feel any better, that's how I test jokes. Is I try to do them clean with no swearing or anything in them, because if people will still laugh at it like that, then it's a good joke. And then you can add swearing in it to make it funnier, to enhance it, but not that." And she goes, "Well, I went to go see this comedian in Des Moines, and it was part of a bus trip where it was a surprise. She does all these. She got retired. The lady did not do anything for the first 30 years of my life. Just was a school teacher, went home and cooked, took care of grandkids, all that stuff. She retired, and she has a more active social life than anybody I've ever fucking seen. She plays in different card clubs every fucking day. She's going on mystery bus trips where they pay like a flat fee and they tell you nothing about where you're going. You just get on this bus and they just take you places."
My grandma had a rummy night, a bonko night, and she was on a bowling team.
Oh man,
Yeah.
my grandma does a lot of card playing.
She did bus trips down to Prairie Nights Casino.
Ooh.
She played the slots. So it's a little under an hour away from Bismarck, where I'm from, and she was babysitting me, my brother, and my cousin once. And she took us down to the casino and just bought us a buffet and was like, "You guys go eat in here." So we had like an eating contest between the three of us at the buffet while my grandma played slots.
And that's childhood, baby.
Yeah.
And that's what they're trying to take away from. They're taking it away from us.
We need a sound bit of Taylor for when he's not here, you know.
A soundboard of him. That'd be great. We could do prank calls with
Well, we have the
Taylor's
board.
hockey
We just-
soundboard.
We have the board. I've been too lazy to cut the actual audio
Prank
clips
calls
out of it.
with just a soundboard.
Just a soundboard, just a Taylor
Fucking
soundboard.
Home Alone fucking credit card. You got it.
I think have we told the story about on the cast of when we went to that Mexican restaurant? The fuck, we can tell it anyway. So we go to this before this show. The three of us, me and Reese and Taylor and another friend, go to this Mexican restaurant to eat before this show. And as soon as we sit down, Taylor is up this waitress's ass. She comes over to the table and she goes, "How's everything going tonight?" And as a normal person, Zach, Reese, and I go, "Oh, it's all right. How you doing?" Taylor goes, "Actually, you know what? Pretty fucking bad."
And she goes, she's like, "Oh shit, you went off script there. I don't know what to say." And he was like, "Yeah, well, and she's like, "All right, well, I'll give you guys some time with the menus and all that." And she comes back by and she's like, "You guys ready for like drink orders?" And I think we all got water and she was just there for drinks, and he starts asking about shrimp. He's like, "Y'all got fucking shrimp here?"
You got shrimp back there? What
Yeah.
about your shrimp? So
Well,
the
yeah,
big,
what-
big shrimp, medium shrimp, small
How
shrimp?
how big the shrimp we talking? And she's like, "Oh yeah, I mean, they come on a skewer with bacon. Bacon? I don't fucking
Well,
fucking
fuck that.
bacon. Fucking Jesus
Fuck
Christ."
that.
And, how much? $11.99. Jesus fucking Christ! Never mind. Get out of here. Basically, shoes are off. And at this point, we step in. We're like, "Hey, we're so sorry. When you come back, you can just talk to us. You don't have to talk to him. We'll translate.
We'll order for him.
But she comes back for our actual order. She's like, "Is everybody ready?" And Taylor was the very first person to say yes. And he was like, "Yep," and we were all like, "Yep." She's like,
We all order, and then it gets back around to Taylor, and he goes, "You got Cabeza back there?"
Yeah, he's like, "Well, you guys got what?" Because he didn't say Cabeza first. He's like, "Y'all got a cheek," And he's
You
like,
got
what?
face back there.
Yeah, and then she's like, what? And he's like, yeah, cabeza, head, cow, head,
Cheek meat.
and cheek meat. And she's like, oh, we have lengua. And he's like, no, fuck that, Jesus Christ, oh, fuck no. And
the whole time since we've been sitting down, anytime he makes a point or like says something, he's slapping the table.
And we're in West Omaha.
we're
and
in a very nice
it's all like old white ladies that are eating at this Mexican
It's like
place.
families and old people.
I mean, every time, and it's quiet. Like, it's people talking real softly to each other. And, oh, that's so nice. Or what are you going to put in the garden? And here's our table. And every time, like, I'll be like, oh, this or that. And here's something that happened with me today. And Taylor will just go, yeah, well, fucking, dude, jeez. And all the three of us are like, dude, please stop smacking the table. Like, you are being so loud. Like,
I'm not even smacking the table.
I'm not even. He's like, it's fine. I'm not, it's whatever. It's like, dude, Jesus fucking Christ. And it got to the point, like, at first, I was like, this is kind of funny. But then I was, like, actually trying to protect our server. We were all, like, trying to, like, protect our server from Taylor. And he was sitting on the end cap of the booth. He's, like, the closest to her. I was like, dude, you are scaring her. Like, if you got up and lunged at her, she would react.
She would think you're actually going to hurt her.
Yeah, she would immediately react because she already thinks you're going to do that.
Yeah.
Like, she's
I'm not putting that off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you 100% are, dude.
Yeah, we're 4 big guys, and the only one of us that is scaring the waitress is the shortest one of all of us. Like, it's just crazy. It's just fun. And she's obviously like a little bit intimidated. He's like, no, she's having fun. Like, she's having fun with us. I'm like, I don't think
she's not a sassy bartender downtown, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think she's having fun with us. She's like a 22-year-old that's very scared. She wants to get in and get out of her job, dude. She wants to get out of here alive, dude.
So you're from Bismarck?
Correct, yeah. I live in Fargo right now. That's where I've always done stand-up, is Fargo to be my base or what have you.
Is it like the movie?
It's like, no, but that movie's all, so the only part in that movie that's shot in Fargo is just the very beginning where they're in
Just
a
that
diner.
that diner.
Yeah, where they're meeting up with Buscemi and who plays the other criminal.
That creepy fella.
Yeah, but that's the only part that's in Fargo, and the rest of that movie's in Brainerd, which is central Minnesota, and then Minneapolis.
Yeah.
That's the rest of that movie. Then at the very end, he's arrested in outside of Bismarck at the very end.
Yeah. Also, not a true story, even though it says so at the top, right off the bat.
I didn't even know that it said so. It's pretty obvious it's not a true story.
Yeah, I mean, when the credits open, it says
I don't like
based
that,
on true events.
I don't like that fucking movie, but
don't you?
No, not at all.
I hated it the first time I
movie.
saw it, and then the second time I watched it, I was like, "Oh, this is pretty good." And then I watched it the third time, and I was like, "Maybe." I don't know. I don't know what to think about it.
There was a show too, right? They made a Fargo show.
Yeah, the show was like, it was like stretching an 1.5-hour movie into 7 hours. That's all that was. It was all right. It followed the same basic line, but it stretched it out too much, and yeah.
Yeah, they're making that Harry Potter show, and it's like we've seen it. We've seen what you're gonna do, so now it's like it's like one thing to base a movie off a book, but then you're basing a show off a movie, and it's like it's like we're too many layers away from the original art form.
Copies.
Yeah.
Snape can't be black. I don't know why they're making Snape black.
I don't get it.
Makes sense.
I don't get it at all. Like, I get, like, it's the same thing Marvel does. They're like, let's make a superhero movie, but we need to have a black person, we need to have a trans person, and we need to have a gay person,
Well, there was that fad for a while where they were just making old movies but doing it with an all-woman cast, like the Ghostbusters with all ladies. Like, instead of just making a funny original comedy like Bridesmaids, it has an ensemble cast of women. It's like, we're gonna redo old ones and just have all ladies. Right. It's like, just make a new movie.
Yeah,
it's with the same cast. It's so silly.
It makes way more sense to start an original thing with no expectation. You walk into a theater and you're like, I have zero expectation except for that it's going to be good.
Yeah, but it's hard. You got to put work into that.
Yeah, true. Writers have to do their job.
Do something. Yeah.
That's not easy.
It's not easy. It's not easy.
And overall, people just flock to things that they're comfortable with too. And
That's
that's
true.
that's why there's so much.
So much Star Wars shit.
Yeah.
That pisses me off. I was a Star Wars fan long before it was cool.
Well, that's on you. What do you mean before it was cool?
It never.
It was cool in the 70s.
I mean, I was a fan of it in the 90s. I watched the old ones on repeat long before the prequels came out, and then
But what do you mean before it was cool though? It's
I've
I've never considered liking Star Wars to be cool.
I've never
I don't
thought
think
it was cool either. It's
so
popular.
then it's, what do you mean before it was cool?
It's
then?
not.
It's always
before it's been popular like Star Wars, I guess. Is what I'm trying to
Again,
say.
it's been popular since it came out in the 70s. So what are you talking about?
Was, though,
It was
wasn't
super popular. No, yeah,
Those weren't considered nerdy dorks.
they always have been, but they've always been popular movies.
Now they're popular with like regular people though.
But
The
they were-
shows and everything are. Like,
They were
Disney's just,
conceptually huge. No film ever
Yeah.
had done that much practical effects, and no film ever had made such a fantasy reality look so real. You know, like you have some older spaghetti westerns with a bunch of cutout towns, and they'd film it in the hills of Cali to make it look like the desert, and there's stuff like that. But Star Wars took it a step further, which I think is why it was so popular outside of the nerdy people. There was real film people that were like, oh my fucking god, you know.
Anyway, my point being,
I've seen episodes 1 through 6. because
those
I
are the
feel
only
like
good ones, in my opinion.
Those are, and even
Well,
1, 2, and 3.
Only
as a
3
kid,
only 3 is good. Revenge of the Sith is actually a good
that
movie,
is the
but
best of those.
yeah,
three,
but
I'll tell you
episodes
that.
1,
man,
episode 1 especially, just
I
nothing
actually don't agree with
happens.
that.
Uh-oh.
Well, then
Episode 2 is my personal favorite
Ooh.
of the 1, 2, and 3.
Why is that? The love story? You like the
I think the
banging
most
underage Jedi or what?
the most action happens in the second one, and you get the most amount. The second movie, you've never seen any other Star Wars movie have that many Jedis in one place. When they're doing it's called the Barahunde, where they're chained up in that Geonosis arena. That event is a Geonosian event that they call the Barahunde. And so during the Barahunde scenes, and especially when all these I'm forgetting the name of the ships that drop them off. It doesn't matter, my level of nerd, but they drop off just all these fucking dudes that are opening lightsabers. There's clones everywhere. There's all this shit going on. It's big scale battles, and for me as a kid, I was like, nice, dude, this is awesome. But I watched all of them again this past winter. 1, 2, and 3, terrible movies. Suck. They suck. And I hate to say this, but I also watched Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. They suck for the exact same fucking reason. You put one of the coolest stories in our lap ever, and I'm supposed to give a shit about Padme? I'm supposed to give a shit about Mary Jane? The whole thing, it's oh my gosh, dude, Doc Ock, he's going around destroying shit and all this crazy stuff's happening. And then it zooms in on this love story and this turmoil of who am I supposed to be, Spider-Man or a fucking good boyfriend?
I still like the first one.
The first Spider-Man?
Yeah, with Tobey Maguire. I like that.
Green Goblin one?
Yes.
That's the best one of all.
Yeah.
It's same with Pirates of the Caribbean, The first Pirates of the Caribbean, and I hate to say it, but they probably never should have made the other two. Or if
They've
did,
made 5, dude.
Davy
There's
Jones.
a bunch now.
Oh, I know, dude. And the last two were not great. There was one with Blackbeard. I watched the whole thing. It was just it's too much magic. I get it, the alive skeletons and everything, and the kind of the origin story of Jack Sparrow. Awesome. The first movie is a perfect movie. It's comedy, action, drama. It's everything perfectly wrapped in.
I've never gotten into those. Johnny Depp has always given me the creeps.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Was it because of his career?
Just something's off about that guy. when he
Too
speaks,
far
just-
different from North Dakota. Or
Yeah, that might be one way to put it. Yeah,
He's
just-
not white, native, or German.
Yeah, there's something wrong with
He's
that boy.
ambiguous.
Yeah,
Too racially ambiguous.
Too
for you.
racially ambiguous.
there's something off with him, man. I'm telling you. I mean, well, he married a gal that shit on him, literally.
Well, and here's the thing about that. Everyone loves Johnny Depp so much that they were like, fuck Amber Heard. And if you go through any of that, I went through a lot of the transcripts of the court case that they went through, and dude, they are both crazy people, They're, I mean, and
neither one of them are good.
most rich and a lot of actors really are too. A lot of actors, like, I feel like they don't really know themselves because they do so many roles and people see them as that person.
They also live in that weird like echo chamber in LA where you're like a chosen person and stuff. And it's like, and you're just going to like these parties and people telling you how great you are and stuff. But it's like,
and you get into Scientology.
Yeah.
But they'll also like, if you do one little thing wrong, they'll like put you through like the fame monster thing, you know. Then all of a sudden you're a bad guy or whatever, and paparazzi and blah blah blah, and then then you have to like grovel and apologize your way back in. Please let me back in the group, and then you do like your apology tours. And
and you get the role of a lifetime.
It's so weird, man.
Yeah, RDJ got completely Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Completely pushed out of Hollywood. Went through rehab. People were like, "This guy's a fucking mess."
He was in jail.
Iron Man.
He kind of earned that.
A-list celebrity.
That pushing out, he kind of earned.
Absolutely, he was like going out and doing crazy shit, getting fucked off all the time. Like, definitely earned his spot on the let's not associate list.
He did jail rehab though, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so my
he didn't just go to
understanding-
rehab. He went to jail.
Yeah,
Like,
he
had to go to
I think
rehab.
he went to prison. But his first major role back was Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
he got blacklisted from Hollywood, and then his first role was in blackface.
Yeah.
And he was so back. He's never been so back.
The wild thing is that Iron Man ended up coming out before Tropic Thunder did.
Oh, no shit.
I think, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Iron Man 1,
there.
it's another one of
really?
those things that, like, Iron Man 1, like,
Perfect.
nearly perfect movie. Like, you watch it, it's a great origin story. Like, there's a bunch of standalone where, like, as a fan of things, I always want a second one. Like, give me more of that. But every time you beg for a second one, it's like, they don't get what the audience really liked about
Well,
the
yeah,
first
like
one.
when they tried making the musical out of the Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
Dude,
you know,
oh my
it's-
god, yeah. I never, so
That
Joker,
Joker
2,
movie was perfect.
Yeah,
I never saw it.
I didn't like the trailer.
To be honest, and this is, my brother hates me for this. You haven't been upstairs here yet, but my brother went to film school, hugely into movies. Like, the only reason I can talk about any of the stuff I just talked about is through my secondhand knowledge from him. And he couldn't agree less with me about this, but I did not like the Batman. I did not like the Joker. But the Penguin show, phenomenal. What a great show. But I just could not get behind the Joker and the Batman. And I was still going to go see the second Joker. And my brother, he went and saw it. He rarely does this. He was straight up told me not to. He was like, don't. It's not worth, like, ruining your perception of the first movie, you know? The second movie was a complete fucking shit show. And it was 90% a musical, which is wild. Why?
Do you like Dark Knight, though? Because I like the modern, kind of darker Batman.
That's my
it's
favorite.
like-
Christian Bale, that was my favorite Batman series, was the Dark Knight series. Those three movies. I think Origins was really good. Or Returns, I think it was. Batman Returns.
Batman Returns, yeah. There's a lot of value to the Adam
Or
West
Dark Knight
TV
Returns.
TV show as well. You ever watch the old Batman TV show?
I never have, no.
No, you haven't?
Mhm.
It's I watch it all the time, man. Channel 11.3, MeTV, Fargo. I gotta catch. Well, so my
11.3.
Yep.
Yeah,
on the
man, it's
antenna.
open air TV.
On
dog.
the antenna.
Digital
I've never had a
television.
point system on any of the
You've never
TVs
used
ever.
open air TV?
Yeah, that's
You can catch some wild channels, dude, just floating around out there. It's like radio, but video.
yeah. Every night that I'm at home, I gotta catch reruns of Johnny Carson's Tonight Show on 15.2 antenna TV from 10 to 11. And then I catch the last half hour of Perry Mason from 11 to 11:30, or I'll catch a rerun of Becker during that half hour too. But then 11:30 is the Twilight Zone, so I have to smoke a bowl, watch a Twilight Zone, and then go to bed.
Oh, yeah.
That's my routine.
You got a favorite Twilight Zone?
My favorite Twilight Zone, the one where so it's an old boxer. And it's like in the mid 70s, so it's in the future because that show is in the early 60s. And boxing has been outlawed, and so now these old boxers are managing these robots and these robots are shoved into the ring, to fight each other, and people are betting on it. So it's boxing, but it's with these robots, and their robots are meant to look like people. And this old boxer is carrying around this old robot. It's like outdated, and he can't get it to work for the fight. So then the old boxer pretends to be the robot.
Pretends to be a robot.
Yeah, and then gets his ass whooped by this machine.
Yeah.
So that's a good one for sure. There's a one where aliens descend down to Earth, and then they start offering like the vacations and stuff, and people start moving to the aliens' planet, after they accept them, and it's all this world peace, and there's no more war or anything. But then, it was all these instructions they gave them to follow, and then at the end they're getting on the plane, they're going, no, it's a cookbook! It's a cookbook!
How to prepare a man.
Yeah, how to prepare a man.
Yes,
That's a good
that's-
one.
I've never seen a single episode. My uncle
Really?
was hugely into the Twilight Zone. Like,
Is your brother into it, being a film guy?
I've never talked to him about it.
I don't know if it is considered good filmography. It's definitely good writing. I
Yeah.
mean, at the very least, it's definitely good script writing for sure.
Yeah,
They did do well.
I need to
for
write.
their
I
time.
need to read Rod Serling's books before I die. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
It's
a couple shows, like MASH is one of those that was kind of like in the same category as the Twilight Zone. Tons of people growing up were telling me it was a good show. I caught like snippets of it, and I think I caught weird snippets that were really slow rolling and just didn't engage my interest.
My dad liked MASH. They saw it on when I was a kid, but I don't know. I don't
Old
really
people
sit down and
always
watch
have it on.
reruns.
Could you flip that switch on? Can you reach that with the mic or with your hand? I didn't even think about that.
Oh, the ceiling fan?
No,
Oh.
just lighting. We have enough sunlight coming in, but we got to get a more forward.
Yeah, we gotta get
studio.
forward lights in here. Some good stuff.
Just keep it tucked behind there.
Well, what about one of them on the tripod where it's like the circle lamp, the one that the e-girls have?
Limelight?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I've
won
seen
one
that.
of those at an arcade, so we can definitely use one of those.
That's more for like makeup tutorials and stuff.
Yeah,
Being
that's for
so
up
far
close.
away. It's like the whole point of a ring light is so that you see the light ring in their eye, and it makes their eye look like better. And it's like,
Wow.
I don't know, like just studio lighting, just basically like if you've ever been to like a professional photographer, like those
No.
canvas lightings. The real light. It's like a light inside of a canvas bag kind of thing. It's reflective. It's,
I'm real particular about artificial lighting. I prefer yellow bulbs as opposed to white ones. Or
me
it's
too.
like- yeah.
I actually don't prefer overhead lighting. I'm a big ambient lighting kind of guy, so I'll usually have the windows open and my little light casting things on. So this casts against all those. Actually, I don't know why that's not on. There we go,
I'm
dude.
a
You
big,
seeing that?
I'm a big lamp guy. I like a lamp.
I like
I like a
lamps.
lamp in a room.
If I could, I'd have probably 15 lava lamps in the house.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be not a fire hazard at all.
Not at all. No, I
Pretty
keep them on.
It would be
constantly.
sweet. You should do that. Now that you own your own house, you should do that.
I should
Your
set it
fire
on fire.
insurance up to date?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't even. I told them I don't. Who needs insurance? Is what I said. They're like, you
Yeah.
need homeowner insurance.
Biggest
I said, I'll
purchase,
get around
biggest
to it.
purchase of your life, and who needs
Yeah.
insurance on that?
Who needs it?
Just
I don't
ride
care.
dirty, man.
You know, my brother, he's walking downstairs yesterday. They put this railing in because part of our loan, like I guess the type of loan we have, there's certain things that have to be done in the house before it's sold. Like there was exposed wiring in the front. They had to put a light fixture on.
Yeah,
The old owner. They had to put a railing right here to the downstairs because there wasn't one.
yeah, it's like
and-
a code
yeah,
handoff.
They put it in, and my brother, he's going to bed, and he goes, "Oh, Reese, by the way," and he puts like his full body weight on it. Whole thing comes out of the wall.
Well,
And I was like, fan-fucking-tastic, man. Like, hell yeah. And then I'm looking at it, though, and they fucking use drywall screws. They fucking put a railing into just drywall. And I was like, these motherfuckers, dude. And you look around, and you come in here, and you're like, wow.
Well, yeah, they just want to get rid of the house, man.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they're like, fucking whatever. We got to stop by for 5 minutes and put this railing
What,
in.
did you sign up for a 30-year deal?
No, I said give me the max. I said I'll probably be here for 100+ years. I told him give me, whatever.
He had
I think
he had to cut his finger and put a little thumbprint on
Yeah, I think it's a 30-year mortgage.
I don't know if I'll ever buy a house, man. I think I'm just gonna rent until I can buy land and then build from there. I don't want to buy
like previous
Yeah, I think
structures.
that's not a bad move.
See, that's what I'd like to do too. Well, the biggest
Unless I
thing is
can make a
having
big-
land.
Especially if I could be somewhere where I could have well water and then copper pipes, man. Oh god, it tastes so good.
So
man.
good.
So
So much
good.
better that way.
Yeah.
I've only ever had good water out in Oregon. It's the only place I've ever had good water.
I need to get
Hey!
get some prairie well water.
Yeah, I agree. It sucks because it's the first thing I noticed when I moved back to Omaha from Oregon. It was like the very first thing that I was like, "Fuck." It was a huge bummer for me drinking.
Oh.
You want to go say hi to your uncle, dude?
Oh,
And say goodbye to your brothers, dude. Jesus Christ.
He got you.
Great. That was
Yeah, he
great.
didn't even go up there. He just wanted to
He
stomp
just,
you in
you
the
know what?
nuts.
He's
with
like,
you.
you know what? Actually, fuck
Like,
you, bro.
That's the only dog I've ever seen be actually sassy.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, like,
He's a sassy
people don't
fucking
get it.
dog.
When I tell people that, like, he was being an asshole, they're like, he's a dog. I'm like, I'm telling you, he's smart. He knows when he's being a fucking asshole. That, he probably didn't know. He probably doesn't think about my balls like that. Not like I think of his, at least.
Oh, I did look it up. So, Iron Man came out in May of 2008. Tropic Thunder came out in August of 2008.
Wow.
So Iron Man probably really helped Tropic Thunder, actually.
Wow.
Isn't that nuts?
That's pretty crazy. I mean, it was a huge role that he got cast in, and it started if you like now what you're looking at in the MCU is that started everything.
He's the Julius Caesar of the Marvel Universe, essentially.
He is. I mean, the fact that they killed him. I mean, there's no way he doesn't come back. You know.
Isn't he Doctor Doom?
I think they're saying that, but did they
I don't
release
know.
it? People, because for
I
a while it
stopped
was a fan
following.
theory.
I saw Endgame. I thought that meant it was supposed to be the end.
Well, that's like Friday the 13th, where they're like final chapter, and the next movie is New Beginning.
New beginning. Fuck
Yeah.
you. Although I did like Jason X. Everybody hates on that one. For some reason, I really enjoyed that one. That was the one in the future. They, some scientists, they find him like something had happened to the Earth. They're in space. They come back hundreds of years later, and they find Michael Myers frozen down the bottom of the
That
lake.
is a ridiculous
It
fucking
is.
concept.
It's crazy. So then they take this frozen Michael back, or not Michael Myers,
Jason.
Jason. They take. I'm getting my fucking killers mixed up.
Everybody
They
does.
take this frozen Jason Voorhees onto the ship back up into space, and they're saying like, oh, you know, he's got a primitive hockey mask on. What is hockey? They're like looking it up, and they're like, oh, it was outlawed because people were being killed. Like it just crazy shit. And then obviously he wakes up and proceeds to. He gets a new metal mask and space mask. And then space
laser eyes.
hockey mask
Jason in
and
space,
some
yeah.
deep red eyes and kills everybody on the spaceship, as I recall.
Pretty
Anyway,
sweet.
pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Not a good movie, but you know, pretty cool.
I like those the sci-fi movies they make, the horror movies on the Sci-Fi Channel.
The Sci-Fi
That's
Channel is
like-
where I lived growing up. I loved that.
Did you ever see
channel.
Ice Spiders?
That sounds familiar.
There's massive snow spiders that were like killing people in a ski resort and stuff.
Snow
There's,
spiders.
stabbing
Snow
them.
spiders, dog.
Ice spiders.
Ice
It's called-
spiders.
Yeah, it's called Ice Spiders. I think there's-
Ice spiders, check it out.
I
Yeah,
think there's
shout out.
3 of them. Like their big hit was Sharknado. They made 3
Oh,
Sharknadoes.
man.
Tara Reid
Shark-
was in it.
Sharknado was too much for me. That was a.
I almost guarantee we could get the director of Sharknado onto the podcast via Skype or a Zoom call. I
I'm
bet
sure
we
we
could.
I think
If-
it was
if
a
we
Martin
reached out.
Scorsese production, if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken.
well, maybe not then.
That's Martin Scorsese directed Sharknado.
Yeah.
That was kind of a, kind
Not
of a
2
large
and
one.
3 though. He
Not
felt
2 and 3. No,
he wanted to keep the
he
integrity.
wanted to keep the integrity of the
He,
product.
he thought the
Yeah.
plot was getting lost.
Yeah,
in the
he
second
was,
one.
they're losing the spirit of the project.
Sharknado. What was
Oh,
the other
there's
one?
There's one called, I want to say it's just called Piranha. And the whole...
Piranha 3D, yeah.
3D.
There's a few of them. Piranha 2, Piranha 3D.
Yeah, the whole premise of this is that there's these sealed off underground caverns that are filled with these ancient piranha from like dinosaur times. and like an earthquake happens and it opens up this channel and they end up swimming up in like a lake in Idaho and just start munching people at this lake that are there on vacation.
Just ancient dinosaur piranhas. I think the most random low budget movie I ever saw, it was back in like the HBO Max days. There was like, I guess they call them Skinamax.
Porn? That's porn.
Yeah, you could go on to like the 305 channels, like anything 300 plus, and you could get like, there was this one that was Zombie Strippers from Outer Space. And back in those days when I was like on those channels, I was checking the rating and making sure it had nudity. I was specifically looking for titties,
Yeah.
And this one had it. And it's exactly what it sounds like. I mean, like some zombie alien comes down to a strip club and infects all these strippers, and these strippers go wild. Like, there's this zombie stripper who's shooting pool balls out of her pussy and killing people with them. It's like,
That's wild.
yeah, and I forget the rest of the premise, but we ought to review that movie soon. We ought to look at it and give it a watch and see.
Give it a gander.
Yeah.
I think I remember a clip on Tosh.0 where obviously a lot of it was blurred out, but a gal was like shooting ping pongs like by doing kegels or whatever. Like it was like and just like making it like beer pong cups. And
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen some videos and heard some tales of some wild things, crazy stuff that they can put up there. It's a real wonder.
There's like that old circus sideshow trick where like they can smoke a cigar with their pussy.
Yeah, I've seen that stuff. I've heard of that stuff too. Why would you want to do that?
It seems like a strange thing to go and take your kids to.
It does seem. Kids half off.
Yeah. I've been to like those carnival. I don't know if you guys have ever been to a cheap carnival that it'll say like, like Snake Lady, like Wonder of the World, like, and it's in a booth. You got to pay like $10 to go in and like see what this Snake Lady looks like. You ever seen anything like this?
I've never been to like one of those. No.
I went in, I remember this forever, and I was like 13, and my friend was like, we gotta see that. We had to go buy tickets because we can't give them money. We had like 8 tickets to go see this lady who's like a snake. And like there's pictures all over, like drawings of what she looks like, and you go in and it's an obvious fake like snake thing. And she's sitting under like a cutout table with her head like in position, She's got like face paint on and shit. And I walk in, look at this lady looking back at me, a real human being who's doing this for God knows how much an hour. And I look at my buddy awkwardly as fuck, and we just walk out. And I was like, dude, I don't like the circus anymore. This, like, fucking fairs suck. This is horrible. It was like, I walked in, and it was just like a fucking clay snake tail, and then this lady's head in the middle, and she's like, and it's like, dude. Like, I was scared in like a scared for humanity way, Like, the fact that this made it past like some carny being like, why don't we do this? And some guy that's like running the show is like,
some adult thought this was a smart idea.
Yeah, he's like, oh, that's a great idea. That'll pull in a lot of fucking revenue. Like, I feel like I should have just stood out of the side of that thing and been like, don't go in. Like, I should have taken a picture of her and just like fucking had my phone outside, dude. Like, I'll never forget that.
Well, you should have sent it to one of those 1-800 numbers that you see at truck stop bathrooms where it's like, are you being trafficked?
Yeah.
I mean, it's still more respectable than working in Twin Peaks, but yeah, that's rough.
That would be crazy. I couldn't imagine being Snake Lady. Goodness sakes.
I was going to Colorado a couple years ago with my dad. You mentioned truck stop, and I just thought about this, but I had
What'd your dad do to you at the truck stop?
My dad, he's like
Tried to sell
he's-
them. Couldn't find any buyers.
Yeah.
Couldn't find any buyers.
Oh, I bet Reese would sell quick at a truck stop.
Oh, I'd be.
Oh,
yeah.
he'd get stolen.
Yeah, there'd be no money transaction involved with that. Well, my dad, he's one of those guys, like, once we're in the car, we got to get there, bud, We got to get there.
Yeah.
And we're only stopping when he's, like, on an 8th tank of gas, and then we'll stop, And in a big-ass truck, we stopped once on the way to Colorado in 7.5 hours. I got to piss so bad. We're right outside of York. There's this truck stop. I'm like, Dad, can we just pull over here real quick?
First of all, you only made it to York.
Yeah,
What
dude,
kind
I
of man are
drink
you?
water,
What
bro.
kind of fucking man
And,
are
and I'm
you?
drinking, he picks me up from my house. I got a coffee in hand, and I have water. So I'm drinking coffee and water, and it's
Is
just...
York still east of North Platte?
York.
If it was before, it probably still is now.
Yeah, York.
What a weird question to ask me.
Well, you said you're going to Colorado.
Is
Well, I'm trying to
Canada
think.
still north of fucking the United States? What the
You told me you were
fuck?
going to Colorado from Nebraska.
Yeah.
Yeah.
York is like
York.
maybe 40,
Oh!
York is maybe 40 minutes west of Lincoln.
I see what.
That's all the further you can make it?
Exactly.
That's pathetic.
Yeah, well,
You should at least be able to go from Omaha to North Platte without pissing.
that's like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Without pissing?
Yeah.
Bro, I drink
I did that
water.
yesterday.
Dude, that's my water bottle right there.
You just-
I was halfway through that month.
You just pee before you go, and then you only sip when you're drunk.
You guys are part of the problem. Anyway,
This is the
I
gay part. This is the
finally-
gay part. Of
I
the
finally
show.
convinced. He's all huff and puffy. He won't say anything, but I'm like, hey, can we? Can
He's
we
right,
stop?
by the way.
He's right.
He's right.
Well, you just wait until how right he actually was, because we open the door, because you open some of those truck stops and you're in like that foyer area, and then you go to the men's or the women's, and in the foyer area it smelled like the worst shit you've ever fucking smelled, like literal human shit, and
Yeah,
it was
it's
like,
truck
what
stop
the
bathroom,
fuck?
yeah.
Luckily, I just had to piss. I go in, there is like shit spots on the ground, and a couple, like one of them had like a boot mark in it, and it's like literally leading to this fucking stall. And curiosity killed the cat. And I look into the stall, there is fucking shit all over the bowl. It's completely fucking full of shitty toilet paper, and there's shit on the walls. It's fucking crazy. And I wash my hands, I dry it, and they got those little metal trash cans.
I wouldn't even wash my hands in that place.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
you get
Well,
gross.
yeah.
It's like,
Oh,
yeah.
First to wash your hands.
Yeah.
I mean, just being in there, I wanted to shower just being in that room. And I go to throw
Did they
the-
have showers? You could have went and showered.
No, it wasn't that nice. No, it's just,
Not
it's
that
just
big
a
of a
stop.
truck stop.
Going in,
But,
seeing that, then going up the counter, and like one hot shower.
One
please.
hot shower.
Yes, and I
Yeah, go right back through there. Actually,
I throw this paper towel away, and there they are, the stiffest, shittiest, like grossest pair of jeans stuffed into this itty bitty fucking like wall mounted trash can. And so a trucker shit himself and then ran inside dripping shit out of his leg, took his pants off, got shit everywhere, and then just threw his shitty jeans in the fucking, I don't know what he walked out in. He must have had an extra pair of pants or something. But like, dude, I'll never forget. It was fucked up, dude. Like, like, you think you have a bad day. That guy, no matter how weird he was, that was a horrible fucking day.
you think he had a bad day? Somebody had to go in there and clean that.
Oh yeah, because I've been
that
in
guy
there.
had an even worse day.
Oh yeah,
I've been in
I've
there
been
since.
I've been janitor for Parks and Recreation.
Oh,
for
those
cities,
those
so,
places
yeah.
get gross.
Oh
I did that
yeah,
once.
yeah. I unclogged a toilet once, and it was one of those plungers where it has like kind of that circle at the bottom of it that kind of gets into
where,
like the,
yeah,
the
where
hole
it
there.
like has
where it's
it,
like,
yeah.
it funnels back in.
Yeah.
so that way it
Chucks
can
out.
get where it can get down into the tube.
Yeah, so I
where you
did.
get penetration.
I did that, and I was like, and I actually had 1 foot up on the toilet, like yanking this thing out, and came out, and it was just a massive maxi pad that was in there, and then that was stuffed into the plunger. That's how I got it out. Those things are insane. How much moisture they can absorb.
Oh, yeah, they can-
because
they can
it's
hold a
just
lot.
like
It'll
it's
turn
taking
into a
a
life
perishable
raft.
yeah, it was incredible.
Goodness. Just throw the plunger away or
No,
just
just
plunger.
no. I physically just took it out. I was wearing a
Bare hand?
glove. No, I was wearing a glove. I'm not an animal, but
No.
last summer for my day job, I mean, there is more to do than just picking up garbage at like these apartment complexes. But I picked up 18 needles throughout the summer last year. So yeah.
Wow, Fargo's really taking off.
Yeah.
Fargo's an up and coming city.
At least you're not Philadelphia.
Yeah.
That place is fucked up right now.
Well, no, you were talking about the Fargo movie and show earlier, and I'm glad that there can be a movie and show made about where I live, and it doesn't have the effect like Yellowstone, where like people actually want to move to Montana now, and they're ruining it for all the locals. Like, I've heard that Omaha is like, it's not like a Denver or a Nashville or something, but it's actually become kind of a transplant city. Is that true? a bunch of
I mean,
outsiders
technically,
moving.
I'm a transplant.
I thought you were from.
Well, I mean, I'm from Nebraska.
But I mean, that's different though. I mean,
being from
people-
country Nebraska is not the same as being from Omaha.
But I mean, there's people moving here that aren't from the surrounding states.
Yeah, the big
Like-
reason for that is just cost.
Yeah,
And
that's
and
a
people
big
don't want to
cost
live in
to me.
Iowa, you know.
Yeah.
And Kansas City's a little bit too big for them. Omaha is just perfectly like right in the middle, and it's cheap, which is actually inflating most of the prices of like living out
Yeah.
here. You know, like housing's gone hugely up. I mean,
Way up.
my first house, and it wasn't a long time ago. I was renting with 3 guys, and my part of rent was $140. Like, I didn't have a job. I'd be like, oh shit, rent's due tomorrow. Fuck, I didn't even think. I'd go buy a bag of weed and sell it. And there's rent, you know, like.
God damn, that must have been nice.
It was awesome. I mean, I had this mentality where, oh shit, I never have to do anything again. How nice is that, you know?
And then you bought a house.
And then
Now you have to do everything.
the guy who he wasn't like an official landlord, he was a friend of one of the guys that like I rented with. He had to get this like yearly inspection done because he actually owned the house, and the house had so many problems that they had to condemn it. And there was all these mold issues and like all the shit that we didn't know about that we were just living in, you know. And so yeah, they if you go by my first house, it's still like an empty lot. They filled in the basement with filter and called it good.
I'm paying $570 a month right now for rent in Fargo.
That's way better than
That's not
where I
that
paid
low.
here.
It's a 2-bedroom with a detached garage and a.
That's for a whole house?
No, it's in a 4-plex. It's a 2-bedroom apartment with a detached garage.
That's still very cheap.
Yeah.
That's still very good. I have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house that's $2,000.
And then how many folks do you live with, or is it just you?
Me and one other adult.
Yeah, I can't do roommates anymore, man. I haven't had roommates like.
Well, we have
5
kids,
years
so it's
now?
not really. I don't know. It's a weird spot, but
What?
we have kids and shit. So it's
You
a
have
little bit-
kids?
Yeah.
I didn't know you had
Yeah.
kids. How many kids do you have?
I have 2 of my own. One of them lives with me.
And how many baby mamas?
2.
Nice. So you
So
can.
Taylor might be a little blacker than I am. But,
Yeah.
But I can talk to I can talk to those people.
Yeah, I don't know. I
I
feel
feel
like
he needs to get a kid. That'd be just what he needs in his life.
that's what I need.
Just bought a house. Now it's time to blow a load in some chick. And
I need another little furry fuck stepping on my balls. That's what I need. I keep telling my brother to get a dog. I'm like, hey, just make my life more difficult. Get 2 dogs. Fuck it.
get a hamster.
That's what I should get. Keep some food, dude.
Dog's a bad idea if you're gonna do road comedy. You know.
It sucks.
Oh,
Well,
God,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna do road comedy. I like doing it in the venue, but I see what you're saying.
I even got too busy for a cat. Ended up giving my cat up to my parents. You know.
Yeah, I get that.
But well, I've had cats before in my life where like I wouldn't mind just leaving them for a weekend because all they do is sleep anyway. But this cat's an outside cat and she kills like rabbits.
She kills stuff. You come home to a meat locker. In your house.
Yeah, and she needs to go outside and go hunting, so it just ended up working out better.
Working out better to get rid of her.
Well, yeah,
Send her on down the road.
my parents live on a couple of acres, lots of trees and stuff, so she's got plenty to hunt. And because she's just, I lived in town, you know.
No, yeah,
my parents
so
are a little bit
she's-
outside of town. Well, yeah, I mean, she's still hunting and all that, but you know, she get into fights with neighborhood cats and things. Yeah.
That was a
Then-
pretty good impression.
I had a house that the neighborhood, that alley must have been the cat scene, dog. I mean, I lived in a town it was only 3,000 people that lived in this town. There was at least 15 to 20 different stray cats that lived in or around this alley. And you would just hear them all night sometimes when they'd get in heater. In the alley, shut the fuck up!
I did a show over by Mitchell, South Dakota, a couple of months ago. I can't remember what town that was. Might have been like, anyway. But I roll in and it's like a couple thousand people or whatever, and I notice like stray cats around.
Mhm.
There's like a grain elevator or whatever, which is not uncommon. Then I go and do the show, and then I'm filling up gas before I'm leaving at the truck stop. and there's just a whole pack of stray cats at that truck stop, and they were eating out of the garbage. They figured it out. And then I rolled up to fill my gas, and they scattered and stuff. And just that whole town, that whole town is just getting ran by stray cats. I've never seen anything like it.
They need to get themselves a Chinese restaurant that'll solve that problem.
Anyway. I used to
That
live
was
in an
terrible.
RV for a while at this farm, and there was this guy that actually lived in a way bigger, nicer RV in the back, and he'd always feed the farm cats, and it had a cat door on it, so they ended up like sleeping in that RV. This guy quit, but he doesn't sell the RV for some reason. He just kept it there, and it was like a nice fucking RV. So I asked him like a month after he quit. I was like, "Hey, is it cool if I like sleep in the RV? You know, like everything's gutted out of it, like all your stuff is. You know, like can I move my shit in?" He's like, "Sure, dude. Just feed the cats." I was like, "All right." And with the cat door and them being farm cats, dude, I'd wake up to like a half alive bird that's trying to flap around. He's doing okay, but he's like the bird's banging against the inside of the fucking windows and shit. And there's blood on my bed and shit. I'm like, it's 4 a.m. and like, dude, those cats were great, but like, you know, it's a gift. And so this fucking bird or like rat or whatever you name it. So they brought in snakes before, like all this shit. I just wake up and it's in my bed. Like 3 snakes we had in my bed over the time. A couple bunnies, a gopher.
Like,
I think
my
that's
cat's brought 3 birds in the house before.
Yeah.
And the one time it was, so I had an apartment where you walked in the door, then there was a steep set of stairs, and then another door then to get into my actual apartment. So I used to leave the bottom door open for her, but leave the top door closed in case she brought something in. And just, it was an old door, and just somehow her nudging her nose into it, somehow the door unlatched, and she got a sparrow into my apartment.
It's hard to fish it out too if it's in like pretty alive shape still, you know.
Fish net. I ended up using my fishing net to get the birds out.
You think it lived?
I got.
Or-
No.
Yeah.
You just didn't want it to die in the house.
Yeah, because that's what would happen to me is I'd catch a bird at like 4:15 in the morning finally, and then I'd have to go outside, murder it, and then go back to bed. You know, it's like, and I'm like, I fucking hate these motherfuckers. You know, like I love getting good sleep, dude, and I wake up to like murder a fucking bird in the middle of the night. Like, all right, sweet dreams to me, you know. Like,
How'd you do it? I just used the side of a spade shovel.
Shovel, yeah. I didn't the side. What do you mean side?
Well, the side of it, just so it kind of slices them.
Oh, yeah. What I do is,
You can just do it with blunt force.
well,
too,
yeah, I kind of
but-
guillotine it. Like I would hover over the neck and then hold it still and then just put my foot right down. And
Yeah.
almost dig a hole. You know, I'd go halfway down and then there's the burial site halfway done. You know, and it never felt. Dude, the gopher.
Stuff.
The gopher was the worst. 'Cause
Awesome.
this my male cat, like I don't know if it took, because this gopher was like as big as that cat at the time, and it was like bleeding, its leg was all fucked up, and it was making a squealing sound. I thought it was my dog when I woke up. I was like, what the fuck? And I look at it and I'm like, oh shit, one of the cats is hurt. It's a fucking gopher. I was like, fuck, what do I do? You know, what do I do? And I brought it out, and you know, I'm used to murdering birds. I'm not used to gophers, so I do that trick, and I got like halfway through, and it's fucking writhing and squealing.
Yeah.
And I was like, and it's like 5:14 in the morning or some bullshit, you know, and I can barely see what's going on. I still got fucking crust in my eyes and shit. And I'm like, fuck, so I gotta take a second swing at this fucking thing. And I go in and the cat's just, you know, and I'm like, oh my god, bro, like fuck. And I've never, like, I've liked cats, but I've never like chosen to buy a cat or like chosen to be around a cat. It's like, you have a cat, cool, you know, but God, then all of a sudden I basically have 5 feral pet cats, you know. They're looking at me because we fed them, but they'd still, you know, they'd eat all the mice and all the rats around the property, which was really good for the property. But yeah, I don't know, that's just not my life, dude. Like, dogs are just way more compatible for the way I do shit, you know. And it just feels like you have an actual friend rather than somebody who just like tolerates you, you know. It's like, for me, it's like having a dog's like hanging out with a dude. Having a cat's like hanging out with a girl, you know?
Well, I grew up with having dogs in the house, but we lived outside the town, so like there was no such thing as walking the dog. Like that
Yeah,
annoys.
we're there.
Yeah, you just let them outside when
Yeah.
they wanted to go outside. So like the idea of living in town, where it's like you actually have to walk the dog and take him to a fucking park
hate
and
it.
stuff. It's like,
I-
so that's why I wouldn't want a dog when I'm in town.
Yeah.
Thing. Or
If I get
or
home-
like a little one, you know, get like
Yeah.
a little Yorkie or.
Well, and little dogs are nice because you can take them more places. And like, I don't know, I go into Walmarts and people got them in the little baby carrier area at their cart, you know. But I mean, I get home from an exhausting day and it's like I can tell my dog he's been cooped up. He wants to get out. It's the last thing I want to fucking do is go for a walk after I've been walking all day, you know.
Yeah, then you gotta run into those assholes that got the fake service dog vests.
Oh, I know, dude. Those guys.
Those
are the
fucking
worst.
douchebags are the worst. They tend to lounge around during podcasts, drinking Coors Banquet. But
They like to be the only one drinking on the podcast. Those are those types of guys, dude.
What are you drinking there? Like
it's an
this?
energy drink that I don't
Yeah.
want to give them free call outs until they start paying me.
And I've heard those are worse on your liver than a beer.
I have no doubt. I'm trying to get off them.
I-
I've seriously cut down. I used to drink 5 of these a day.
That's
Just
insane.
a mere couple weeks ago.
Have you ever tried coffee? Just pounding
I had
coffee?
I had a cup of coffee this morning.
But that's
Dude,
that's how I don't drink energy drinks. I just drink coffee.
For the longest time, I just didn't like coffee, for the most part. Like I would try very hard. I forced myself to drink pots and pots of coffee, trying to make myself like it. Couldn't get there. But I had a cup this morning. It's pretty good, actually. So that'll help. Life would be more convenient if I liked coffee. It's fucking everywhere.
Maybe you're a tea guy. You ever do black tea?
I've never had black tea. I like chai tea. Chai tea's pretty good. I like
Black
some
tea with
teas.
honey is the shit, man.
Mhm.
I can do some
There's-
teas.
There's this brand I forget
I'm
what
mostly
it's
just
called.
not big on hot drinks in general. Usually,
Especially not this time of year. Fucking
Hot,
suck.
I don't know, for some reason. Yeah, any time of year. Winter, I'll drink malts. I don't give a fuck.
Hmm.
I'll suck down milkshakes any day of the year.
You do
But-
love sucking things down, dude.
Sure do, pal.
Pasteurized podcast, man. So again, promote milkshakes and all that.
Yeah, right back on brand. Right back on brand. Here we
Raised
go.
on the dairy. Did you guys ever see that Mad TV sketch, Kenny Rogers Jackass,
Mm-mm.
where they have the dairy contest? You never saw that?
I maybe saw
Were you
it.
Mad TV?
I was a
growing
big
up?
Mad TV
Yeah.
guy. It was on in the afternoon.
Oh, on
after
Comedy
school.
Central
Yes.
reruns?
I would
Yeah.
see the reruns. So
Mhm.
I probably saw it. There's a lot of their sketches I don't remember, but I mean, my favorite ones were obviously, the Stevie,
Stewart, you mean?
Stewart,
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 yeah.
and the Mrs. Kwan sketches were always very fun.
Miss
to me.
Swan.
It was Miss Swan.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, everything now.
I thought
Yeah.
her name was Mrs. Kwan.
No, it's Miss Swan.
I was a little kid. I wasn't paying close enough attention. I thought it was Miss Kwan.
Yeah, Miss Swan is Alex Bornstein's character, the voice of Lois Griffin. Mm-hmm. Stewart was played by Michael McDonald, and then Stewart's mom was played by Mo Collins. And actually, anytime I do a woman's voice in my act, I'm doing Stewart's mom, Mo Collins' character.
Yes,
Stewart,
Stewart.
what does Mama say?
I want to say it. Look what I was saying.
I've never seen what it is you guys are
You've never seen Mad
never
TV?
seen it?
Or do you remember?
I've been the odd man.
Do you remember
out of
Coach
people.
Hines?
Oh yes, the Coach Hines.
Yeah. Keegan Michael Key's character.
Keegan Michael Key's.
He's got the yellow polo,
I don't
the
know
tie,
how-
and the high shorts.
I don't know how I'm gonna. You want me to expect that you're juicing when he's yelling
and
body lead?
Yamanashi.
Yamanashi.
Yeah.
Yamanashi, you expect me to think that these steroids are yours?
Yeah.
You!
Nobody thought it was you to begin
Nobody thought it was you to begin with, Yamanashi. Open your mouth one more time. I swear I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'll turn you Caucasian.
I was in the boys' locker room. I found this cherry ring pop, which is delicious, by the way. And a syringe, which means one of you chugger nuts is juicing.
We'll show you some Mad TV sketches. You'll love it.
I think is the best Coach Hines one, in my opinion, was when he was substituting for the school play because the drama teacher had a heart attack.
Oh,
So they're doing a
yes.
production of Oliver.
God, I remember. I
And he's
remember
doing
all
the-
these
he's doing the-
sketches, but I
he's
don't
doing
remember
the chalk.
lines.
He's doing the chalkboard and he's choreographing the Oliver play. I love the parts in the sketches where he would start getting too personal about like his childhood and stuff.
Right.
Hello!
Then he'd step to the side and point at himself and go, "Don't you cry, you bastard. If you cry, you are worthless."
Don't you do it. Was
Zach! Or what's left of Zach Rars. I haven't seen him in like 6 months, man.
there you go.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Oh well, we are at we're at 9. We could just wrap it up and actually just hang out.
They said you're off of the Little Caesars, Zach.
If you're
Off of the Little Caesars.
Off the little series.
yeah, we got some guests coming into the studio for the show tonight. I think it's a good time to wrap up. Is there anything you want to shout out, Kyle?
Yeah, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm at Nethla. That's at KNOEPHLA. And you can find my cartoon on there. Welcome to Ashley Farms. They're the first 2 episodes up there and on YouTube and that. But yeah, you can check that out if you'd like.
Absolute. I don't have anything to shout out currently. I should be growing some grass seed here in my backyard in the next couple weeks. I don't know if you guys heard about this or not, but keep an eye out for that. Yeah, because once it starts growing, it's gonna start mowing. So get in while you can. Come check it out before it gets its first haircut. Big things coming.
May 27th at Shammy's Pub and Grill. I've never had a beer there, and I've never had a burger there, but I guess it's a pub and grill. I'm going to be a token white guy in an all-black show, right where I belong. So hit me up for tickets, I guess. I got to sell tickets to that. So.
Oh, and
Get on that.
yeah, August 14th, the Testicle Festival will be headlining at the Testicle Festival. So check us.
That came through. Cool.
Yeah, check us out. Check us out there. This one will be in Buena Vista, Colorado. So August 14th. I think it's called the Medley House. So check them out. Check us out. We'll be doing 45 minutes each, mostly testicle-related comedy. So check us out there.
As always, write your governor to petition Taylor's release.
Yeah, we need him. We need him out. We don't need him out immediately. So if you can
Not
get around
immediately,
to
yeah.
it,
I mean, by next week it'd be all right. But
if you can get around to it, if you think about it on your way home or something.
think
just
about
go
it.
ahead.
If you got a stamp laying around you've been trying to get rid of,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Other than that, did you already say follow us on Instagram and Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah,
wasn't
we got
paying
the
attention to
Facebook
that.
page up. That's unpasteurized, spelled unpasteurized. Check that out.
We're gonna have to get a sign up there.
Unpasteurized.
That's exactly how it is. It's hard to find it. You'll either find us or you'll find some health nut talking about why you shouldn't listen to us.
Yeah. And if you find us, you're already too late. So
That's true.
Yeah.
So
it's already over for you.
see ya.
See you.
Yeah.
Good timing, dude.
Dude, let's get a fucking polka band going. Us white guys having a solid hook.
That was pretty good.